Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all educators joining us today. On behalf of CENTA, we are delighted to have you with us for another insightful session in our ongoing CENTA webinar series for teachers, a space where passionate educators come together to learn, reflect, and grow professionally. So, we are proud to share that we recently celebrated our 300th CENTALK, and today we welcome you to the next milestone, the 319th Centaur. Your presence and participation continue to inspire us as we build a stronger, more empowered teacher community. This evening session addresses a deeply important and timely topic that actually affects every educator, regardless of experience or role. It's called Interwoven Learning, a novel interdisciplinary approach. Now, it's our pleasure to introduce the facilitator for this transformative session, Ms. Shakra Khan. Ms. Shakra Khan is an accomplished educationist with over 23 years of experience in transforming learning environments. She currently serves as the head of the Humanities Department, class coordinator, Heritage Club, and global in charge at the MUN School, New Delhi. She is also a Savitribai Phule Award 2023 recipient and Microsoft Certified Educator. Ms. Khan is known for her innovative teaching methods that blend technology with tradition. Her leadership has earned her department recognition from INTAC for excellence in heritage education. With her commitment to experiential learning and holistic student development, Ms. Khan continues to inspire both educators as well as learners alike. Also, participants, please share your queries and insights throughout the session. Participate in all the polls that we post, which are open for 30 seconds. Note that, please. Also, now back to the session. Welcome, Ms. Shakra Khan, once again, and over to you.
Thank you, Haripriya. That was a long introduction. A very good evening to everyone present here. I'll just say one line. She has already given long introduction about me. I just have to say one thing that I am just one of you all here, and I'm just going to share with you all what I have done, or my school, the Mana School, which is in Delhi, we have done. So I'm just going to share my experience and my views here today. I am sure many of you might be implementing it in your own ways. So just going to share my experience. Can I have the PPT on the this, Haripriya? Yeah, thank you. So the topic which I have selected for the webinar today is something which is in extreme importance today. It is of extreme importance, and this has come up in the new education policy by the government also. The government also talks about it, and various other curriculum. It's not only CBSE, but other curriculum also talks about it, and that is the interdisciplinary approach. We all know that today in this generation, we cannot think of a teaching where the teaching is like watertight compartment. It cannot be defined like that. Like earlier, it used to be humanities, science, and commerce, or something like that. It's not like a watertight compartment today. Today, the students, because of the efforts by different educationists, the students are allowed to choose subject or opt subject from different streams. Now that is at higher level. We can even do interdisciplinary teaching at the school level till class 8, ninth, and 10th also. So this is what my webinar I will be talking all about. I will be basically in today's webinar talking about what do you mean by interdisciplinary approach, what are the advantages of interdisciplinary approach, what are the problems, because there are few problems. Yes, this is true when we try to teach through interdisciplinary approach. I will be also talking in today's webinar about two type of this intra as well as interdisciplinary. That means within the stream as well as with other streams. Okay, and Why the word novel is there is because I have selected this topic in such a way that we are not only talking about teaching. I mean, not only talking about how we can integrate it in classroom teaching, but I have gone a step forward and tried to inculcate that how, even as a homework, interdisciplinary approach can be inculcated. And through this interdisciplinary approach, holiday homework, how can we inculcate or promote the reading habit amongst the students of today? So that is just in a nutshell what I will be talking about in today's webinar. So please, just the first thing, that is, what is interdisciplinary approach? I think most of us are familiar with it, but just in a small nutshell, what I'll say is, when we involve two different topics, or two or more than two topics, or two or more than two subjects, or two or more than two streams together, and instead of teaching them separately in the class, we integrate it in such a way that at the same time, the classroom teaching is happening for the same topic. I'll just give one example here. Imagine we all are in a meeting, okay? And we have meeting by, just to tell you the importance of this. Imagine we are in a meeting and we have meeting by five different heads, like examination head or academic head, and five different heads. And five different heads comes and give us five different set of instructions. How much do we remember at the end of the day? That's a big question. Even the best one cannot remember all the instructions or all the guidance given. Now imagine if one topic it is and everyone gives the instructions on the same topic, then obviously what happens is the instructions goes deeply, it is more creative, it is more engaging, and we also relate more to it. So that is what interdisciplinary teaching is all about. One topic, instead of taking chapters and subject, we do it topical or conceptual base. Is it? That is what interdisciplinary teaching is all about. We have a poll here, and Haripriya will help me with the poll. Haripriya, can you please help us with the poll, please?
Yeah, hi. The poll is up actually. Guys, you can actually answer the poll, and the timing's just 30 seconds and it's live now. Please.
Thank you.
Yeah, time is running. It's just 30 seconds. Cast your votes. Poll is up.
It's our right to poll, so exercise your right, please.
Yeah, clock's ticking. Please cast your poll. You'll be seeing the poll in the comments. You can check the comments. If you guys have casted your poll, you can just comment it that you've done it. So can I just
Yeah, please,
let the
please.
results out? Yeah, please. The question was, what does interdisciplinary teaching primarily focus on? And 88% of the people have casted it to linking subjects around one theme, and 12% is giving extra homework, 0% is only textbook based teaching, and 0% is teaching one subject deeply. I believe that 88% of the people have clicked to linking
Yes.
subjects around
So
one thing.
So this is what interdisciplinary. Thank you everyone for polling. This is what all about interdisciplinary is, and that is linking with one concept across all the subjects. And I'm not just saying it just like that. The research has been done, and it has been completely verified in the research that yes, the human brain, we take more information when the information is given to us in an interdisciplinary way. Instead of giving separate information in separate lessons, if the same concept is taught across all, I'll not say all 7 or 8 lessons, it might be not possible, but at least in 5 to 6 lessons, if the same concept is taught, then human brain accept that, and obviously human brain process it more, and that has been already proved through a scientific research, right? So this is why I had this, that it is already proved. Now today I will, as I have earlier already talked, carrying forward, so I'll just talk about two aspects. The first is interdisciplinary and the second is intradisciplinary. And in both these things, I will be talking about two things that can be done. One is the project base, and the second is the theme or the topic base that can be done, right? So I'll go first with the theme or the topic based, and then I'll go for the project based. And this is all different ways by which interdisciplinary or intradisciplinary teaching can be inculcated. So when I'm talking about theme or topic based, I'm basically talking about classroom teaching. I'm not talking about the second part of my webinar, which is homework, which will come up in project, right? So the first thing is, I have taken an example here, and this because I'm from humanities department, so spare me with that, others please. I've taken the example of the social science subject, which is being taught in class 8. Now in social science we have four aspects, right? We have four domain: history, political science, geography, and economics, and there are different chapters in them. What we just need to do is, this is intra within the subject, right? So what can be done is, if for example we take the topic British rule or resources, anything like that, you can always do it in your subject also. So we take the topic, and in history we talk about the British conquest, that how the British conquest took place in India, what were the reasons. Now when you're talking about the reasons of the British conquest, most of you will agree to it, that the main reason for which they came to India was the trade and the resources of India. So there we are talking about resources, we are talking about crops, we are talking about the minerals, that will come in geography. So at the same time, the what the geography teacher can do is, at the same time the geography teacher can take up the topic which talks about the crops, agriculture in India, or he can also take up the topic about the mineral distribution in India. So it's like linking to history topic, and that will make it easier for the child to relate that yes, these are the crops grown in our country, and this is why the British came to India. At the same time, in political science, the government can laws can be taught. The importance of sovereignty can be taught. What are the different types of trading laws in our country? What are the laws for establishing industries in our country? Different labor act passed by our government. All these can be taught. And in economics, obviously, at the same time, the economics teacher can also talk about the national and the per capita income and the drain of wealth, which is a concept related to the topic that we are doing. Now, this is one example which I have just taken just to show that how within the subject, even intradisciplinary approach can be taken up. It can be done with any subject. It can be done in science also. You can select any topic and see that related to that topic, physics, chemistry, and bio teacher is teaching almost the same thing. It can be done in language also. We have language, and we have different languages which are taught, like English, Hindi, French, German, Sanskrit, or any other languages. Any particular topic can be taken. Like for example, if you take a topic where you talk about creative writing or letter writing, and all the four teachers, they can take up the same letter writing or creative writing or diary writing, whatever it is, it can be taken up in all four different subjects of the languages. This was intradisciplinary approach. I will be now moving towards interdisciplinary. Now, what is interdisciplinary is when we are mixing it with the other streams also. Now, when we are mixing it with the other stream, I mean other subjects of the classes that are being taught. Here, we are not going to select a chapter. We are, first of all, it's not chapter, it's not curriculum teaching, it is conceptual teaching, where we select a concept that, okay, I'm just giving an example. Imagine for the month of November, we decide that we will be teaching water. Okay, you can take up any topic as per your curriculum. So we decide that we take up the topic water. That is the concept we are going to teach for this November first 10 days or whatever it is. It can be done. So then in I've just given an example of few subjects here. The others can be added at your own language again, so you can have a comprehension there. You can have reference to context. You can have poem writing, you can have paragraph writing, letter writing, diary writing, anything on water. You can cover anything related to water. You can ask about water pollution to write, water conservation to write, or anything, or steps taken in your school, in your at your home, to save water or to conserve water, whatever. So this is all the time. For 10 days the child is doing. Or if the best thing is, if there's a story, if there's a prose or there's a poem in the book related to the water, that can be also taught at that time. In the mass, you must be thinking, what can be done in the mass? No, mass, if you talk about the mass, volume is a chapter which always talks about the liquid, right? So that chapter where you are in the curriculum, you will see there is a chapter on volume. That chapter can be kept for the month of November. That, okay, in the month of November when we are going to do concept water, then at that time the volume chapter will be taught. Same in the physical education, it can be also done. You can teach swimming at that time, because this is again related to water, and you will be teaching concept. Science, again, you can talk about water cycle and other thing, water conservation, water pollution. You can also talk about any other topic which is there in your book. The main concept is that it should be related to the water. Social science, you can talk about the rivers of your country, India, or any other country wherever you are living, the oceans, the rivers. You can talk about the drainage pattern. You can talk about the navigation. Not only this, it can be even inculcated in art also, where you can have water painting or posters or banners on water or whatever it is. So these are this is just one example. What I have given here is just one example, that it can be done. It's not possible, yes. What is required here is that all the subject teachers of that particular class needs to sit together, decide on one topic. That's the most important thing. You sit together, decide on one topic that can be taken up, and then you decide the chapters which are related to that topic in your syllabus or in your curriculum, and that particular chapters are taught in the month of November. Now, what is the benefit of this method? Benefit of this method is, number two, you are not wasting time. Many of people says that, the major problem in interdisciplinary approaches, it involves a lot of time, and we are always running short of the time to complete the curriculum. You are completing the curriculum like this also. It's not that you are teaching any extra chapter. You are teaching the same chapter that is there in your curriculum. The only thing that is required is collaboration and planning. Yes, a lot of collaboration and planning, because then you have to sit together, collaborate with your co-teachers, know what they are doing, and then decide a common topic or a common chapter topic first, and then the chapter that you will be taking up, and then prepare the lesson plan according to it. So yes, efforts are required, but how good, imagine how good it is for the students. Because a child, imagine if he has, I'm just given the example here of six subjects. Imagine the child has these six lessons in a day, and for six continuous lesson, the child, all that the child is studying is water, water, and water throughout the day. Don't you think that this type of teaching will help the child to understand better, grasp more, and his concepts will be clear as compared to different teaching in different lesson? So this can be done by each one of us. A little bit of planning and collaboration, that is all required for this. Not much extra effort. And believe me, for curriculum completion will be easier for you. I'll tell you why. Because when I am teaching, and suddenly I am like, for example, I'll just give an example of like social science teacher, and I'm teaching about the rivers and the all that of India. I don't have to tell them about other things. Many times there comes the what are the causes of the drain, pollution in the river, pollution or water pollution in India. I can always say, okay, this is the topic which will be taken up by your science teacher. So that way the teaching becomes easier also. Now there is this is what we are doing. What we are doing right now is this next slides talk about the present teaching pattern that we are following and what we need to change into. So we are presently doing curriculum teaching. Everyone, we all have a curriculum, whichever board we are registered with. We all get a curriculum by the board and we all follow that. So that is called curriculum teaching, where we teach according to the structured, syllabus that we get from the board, and we just follow that. What we need to do is synergistic teaching. Now, what is synergistic teaching? Synergistic teaching means that when we are teaching the curriculum not in isolated ways, not separately, because when we are teaching in isolated ways, believe me, what we are promoting is rote learning. Okay, so what we have to do in synergistic teaching is we have to create the synergy or the link between different teachers and subjects, and that type. And then when we teach this, believe me, it becomes very easy. Why? Because when we are doing teaching, the in synergetic teaching, when we are doing, then they are connected to the real life context, and then the learning becomes more holistic, engaging and creative for the students. So what we have to do is we have to convert curriculum teaching into synergistic teaching, and this is just the example which I gave in my previous slide, how it can be done easily. It does require a little bit of planning, that's it, nothing else. We have another poll. If Haripriya can help us with this poll also, I request everyone to please exercise their poll. Poll is
Hi,
all about,
everyone.
yes.
Yeah, please, ma'am, please go ahead.
Poll is all about, see, these polls are simple poll. They are not very difficult. It's just what we have discussed so far or what I'm about to discuss. The polls only talk about that. Thank you, Haripriya. You may go ahead, please.
Yeah, so guys, you can cast your polls over there in the comments. This question is about interdisciplinary teaching, and the question is interdisciplinary teaching promotes which of the following, which is rote memorization, holistic and deep learning, segregated knowledge, or just only theoretical learning. You can just cast your votes there, and it's just for 30 seconds. It's open for 30 seconds, not more than that, so please do it. You can see that in the comment section. And once you're done, you can just let us know that you're done, and then I'll be telling you the results. The clock's ticking. So, what do you vote for? Rote memorization or holistic and deep learning, segregated knowledge, or just only theoretical learning? Please go ahead. I think almost everyone are done, and the results are 78% of the people have voted holistic and deep learning, 11% of the people have said it's rote memorization, and 9% of the people has said segregated knowledge, and 2% have said only theoretical learning. So 78% of the people are aligned or inclined towards holistic and deep learning now.
Uh, Thank you, Haripriya. See, this is okay, fine. 78% feels the way I feel. It's not that what others feel are wrong. They have, everyone has their own opinion. But okay, thank you, everyone. So I go with the next slide. And this is what I have been talking also right now. Curriculum mapping is the need of the hour. We all make lesson plan. It's not that we don't make lesson plan. And lesson plans are must everywhere when it comes to teaching. All that we have to do is when we are making the lesson plan, we have to align it with the calendar, And when we are aligning it with the calendar, what I mean to say is we have to do synergistic mapping with the calendar. That means not just our topic that we are going to teach, or the chapter that I am going to teach, but I'm also going to do the lesson plan and the that weekly distribution of the work according to what we all are teaching. It might be not possible, I do agree, it might be not possible that all the time we are able to do with all the subjects. There are few subjects where you might find not a topic related to it, or it might be not possible to do every month. That also is a possibility. But what I feel is, to start with, at least what we can do is we can do at least one synergistic teaching every semester, at least one. And believe me, you will find difference in you will observe it on your own. I don't have to even tell you that. You will on your own observe the chapter which has been taught in sync with other subjects through interdisciplinary approach, and the chapter that you have taught separately. You will observe the difference in the conceptual understanding on your own. What is the problem in doing it? The only problem that we find in doing it, that we teachers are not even, most of the time, I'm not saying all, but most of the time we are not even concerned about what is happening in the other subjects. We are not collaborating with our co-teachers here, I mean with the subject teachers of other subject. And we always feel that there is a shortage of time, it cannot be done. But try once. And this is what I have to say here, that, and my personal observation also, I'm saying it's not that teaching becomes difficult when you collaborate. Again, repeating and reiterating my old sentence, that you are teaching the same curriculum, only that you are doing is you are collaborating with your subject teachers and doing a little bit of shuffling. Like, might be it is chapter number 3, instead of teaching it in the beginning, you are teaching it at the end, just because you are collaborating with the other teachers. So it's not that it cannot be done, it can be done. Yes, collaboration will take time. These are the problems because of which interdisciplinary approach is not taking place. But if you go for interdisciplinary approach, there are many advantages, and these all advantages have been already scientifically proven. Okay, it's not like something which I am speaking or anything like that. It increases the motivation and attendance. Many a time you will find the students is sitting in the class, but he or she is hardly paying attention. But you will notice that when the same topic is taught to the child in different classes, the child becomes more attentive, he pays better, his motivations are more, he will give himself the answers. Why? Because gradually his concepts are becoming clear, and once his concepts are clear, it will lead into holistic teaching and not rote learning, where he'll try to put into application. So it will have wider application of it, and the child will feel more confident, and it will gradually, you will feel on your own that yes, the child is very confident with this particular concept. So that obviously improves your classroom teaching and discipline also, when the child is more attentive in the class on his or her own. It also allows problem solving aptitude among the students. It helps them to think further, because when they are taught the same thing and their concepts are clear, obviously critical thinking approach and all that develop. It allows them the time for brainstorming, because then one chapter, one subject, one topic is taught, they bring the same topic in the second subject, then obviously they brainstorm, okay, there it was taught like this, can it be implied here? And completion of the chapter becomes very easy. Why? Because when you are doing something, this is human tendency, come on. If we do the work on our own, and if we do the work with the collaboration of the others, obviously the work when we do with the collaboration of others always is better, because different minds working together obviously produce better result. This everyone knows. So completion of the chapter obviously take less time. You will automatically feel the only the thing that takes time is the collaboration and the planning. We have again a poll here. This is you can please help Haripriya, please.
Yeah, so the next poll is live, guys. It's up. And the question is, what is the biggest challenge in implementing interdisciplinary learning? And the options are need for better teacher teamwork, limited resources, lack of time, or all of the above. What do you think? What is the biggest challenge in implementing interdisciplinary learning? You can cast your polls, and if you're done, you can say you're done in the comments so that I'll know the time is up also. And the time is just for 30 seconds. You can cast your poll. And the question is, what is the biggest challenge in implementing interdisciplinary learning? And the options are need for better teacher teamwork, limited resources, lack of time, and all of the above. You can see the poll in the comment section. And once you're done, you can just let us know you're done. And the time is just 30 seconds. It's open for 30 seconds. Okay, I can see that many people have done already, and I'll just let the results out. So, the biggest challenge in implementing interdisciplinary learning, according to you guys, is need for better teacher teamwork. 42% of the people have voted for need for better teacher teamwork, and 37% have voted for all the above, actually, which is including
Okay.
lack of time, limited resources, and need for better teacher teamwork. Lack of time is just 12%, and limited resources is just 9%. I think
Okay.
42% of the people are voting for need for better teacher teamwork.
Yes, thank you so much. So all the above is also fine, and this is true. The what I feel is the greatest challenge is not lack of time, but yes, coordination among the teachers. That is anyway, that's everyone's own view. But for me, what I feel is the greatest disadvantages or the greatest problem is we teachers fail to coordinate for whatsoever reason. Thank you. And now coming to the second part of my webinar today, and that is the first part of the webinar was all about how can we inculcate interdisciplinary approach while teaching in the class. So I just gave you two examples, one within the stream and the other with the other subject streams also. Right now, what I'm doing is how interdisciplinary approach can be implemented as a holiday homework also. So we all do give holiday homework, right? We do give summer holiday homework and winter holiday homework. Now if and we all give our own homework, like English this to Hindi this to be done, maths this to be done. Many a time there is no link between the two subject which is homework which is given, and they all are completely different. You might be feeling that how can there be a link, how can we give it as an interdisciplinary way? So I'll just give an example here, and this is one thing that can be done. But before that, there is a poll here, and I want to ask a question actually. Sorry, Haripriya, I'm again disturbing you. Five polls are there. So can you please go ahead with the next poll, please?
Uh, so, no worries, no problem at all. The next poll is up, and the question is the traditional 3 R's of education stands for. The options are reading, writing, arithmetic, reading, reviewing, recalling, reading, reasoning, revision, reading, reasoning, rhetoric. And you can just cast your votes there. The poll is up in the comments and it is just up for 30 seconds. Once you're done with the voting, you can just say you're done and we'll know that you're done. So the traditional 3 R's of education stands for, that's the question. And you can see that in the comment section. Please vote it. And it's just 30 seconds. Once you're done, just let us know you're done on the comment section and we'll be letting the results out. I can see many have done their polls. So the question is the traditional 3 R's of education. And I believe many have done their polls. And yeah, the results are out. So 71% of the people have voted for reading, reviewing, and recalling. 22 percentage of the people have voted for research, reasoning, and revision, and 7% of the people have voted for reading, reasoning, and rhetoric. I guess 71% is said like reading, reviewing, and recalling. So, yeah.
There was one option reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Yeah, that there was an option, but I think it was not up.
That
I
is
think there was
the
an error or something.
that was actually the answer, actually. Okay,
Okay,
no
okay.
problem. I'll just discuss this. Thank you, no issues.
Yeah, yeah.
The 3 hours of learning are reading, writing, and arithmetic, right? These are the 3 hours, basic hours of learning. This is already told, right? Now, what is happening in the recent trend is writing is happening in our country. Obviously, there is no option, but the students have to attempt. Maths is happening. Reading habit is like something we are finding it difficult to inculcate among the students. And this is what I have taken up for the interdisciplinary approach. And my holiday homework is based on a novel based holiday homework in an interdisciplinary approach. So this is I'll just okay, before I go for the next slide, I just want to know how many of you feel that the reading habit among the students have gone down because of the new technology that we have in our country. I mean, all the gadgets and all that. How many of you feel that? Yes, you can just write yes or no here, because there's no poll. How many of you feel that the reading habits among the students have like decreased in the recent time? Yeah, so many yes I'm getting in the chat box. Thank you for those who are answering. And these days I don't know, but I don't know about your end, but I have a son at home, and even my son doesn't want to read the chapters. Now what he does is he scan it, and then he convert it into audio and plays the audio and listen to it instead of reading the chapter. So this is really sad to see that the reading habits among the students have really gone down. Now here I am giving a holiday homework which is interdisciplinary in approach and which is based on a novel. So what we are going to do is just to inculcate reading habit among the students. Instead of giving separate holiday homework, like okay, English you do this, maths you do this, we are going to again make it conceptual. Instead of conceptual based, now we are going to make it novel based. So any one novel can be selected of your standard and your choice and your country level, whatever. So I have like selected Malgudi Days. This was one of my favorite the book that I read. So you can select any one. It's not like only this can be. You can select any novel, any book. Okay, you can select a novel which is Harry Potter, like something which is liked by the students also, because then they will read it with great interest and enthusiasm. So any novel can be selected, and then after that the entire holiday homework will be given in the interdisciplinary approach like this. So all the holiday homework in each and every subject will be now novel based. So, on the basis of Malgudi Days, you can prepare the holiday homework for each and every subject. Like, for example, in English, I have given that read the book and make a scrapbook. Okay. And write the summary of any 8 stories. Okay. So, what is there is no other option for the child but to read the story. And the second holiday homework that is given is make a bookmark on the Malgudi Days basis, and then the all the dimension and everything, all that details can be given, that this is how the bookmark can be. Now if you see, one is a scrapbook, the other is a bookmark. This is just an example that I gave. You can give holiday homework as per your choice. I will apologize here for Hindi, Sanskrit, French, and all other languages. I was not able to inculcate. So it's like just one example from the language side, and the other language teachers can also give the homework accordingly like that. I couldn't type in all languages, so I just wrote in one language. Thank you. And this is what can be done. Again, if you see the next one, science, Even in the science, again, Malgudi Days taking as the base of the homework. And now, after the homework is that after you have read the novel, you have to prepare a project where you have to write about the various means of sustainable living used by the people of Malgudi. So they cannot write about the present people, they have to write about their, and also compare their life with the urban lifestyle. Urban lifestyle here means the city or the town in which the child is living. So it's like a comparison which the child has to do with the life there and with the present life of their city. And then we also talk in this homework, how does carbon footprint cause global warming. So this is all covering the present scenario also, as well as those of the Malgudi Days also. So again, novel based, no option but to read the novel. Same thing can be done in social science also, where I've taken the topic settlement, where I asked the picture to write the present settlement, urban settlement, compare it with the settlement of the Swami village, that is Malgudi Days, and then compare it to the urban settlement of the town or the city in which the child is living, and then few basic, all that thing that can be given. What I'm trying to say through all these holiday homework slides that I'm showing right now is, see, it's all novel based. The child has no other option but to read the novel, and this novel can be different for different classes. Like you can start this from class 1 onward, and instead of a novel you can select a small storybook for class 1 and then take it up to class 9. Yes, for class 9, 10th, 11th, 12th it might become difficult. Why? Because we have prescribed projects by the CBSC. But then that project is done only once in a year. So we have two holidays, right? Summer holiday homework and winter holiday homework. So one holiday homework can be taken up like this even in 9th to 12th also. If not, at least till class 8 it can be easily taken up, where according to the level of the child and according to your place, according to the interest of the child, a novel can be selected, and then on that novel based, the all the holiday homework can be just created. Even computer science, I have given this, whatever according to the class, whatever they are learning, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, whatever they are learning, accordingly they can be asked to create. And maths, you might be thinking that what to do with maths, I mean nothing can be done in maths, but that is so not right. Because even in maths, what can be done is that you are teaching certain topic in maths, you are teaching certain topics right now. For example, you are teaching about area, or you are teaching about perimeter, you are teaching about volume, or whatever. Even you can teach about bar graph or polygon or anything like that. So what you will be doing is the maths question will be also based on the chapters of the Malgudi Days. So you will just reframe the question in such a way that it comes to Malgudi Days. In fact, this is for 7th or 8th class. If you are doing it for class 3 and 4, you can make it creative by putting more and more images also there, and that can be also done. So even maths can be inculcated. It's not that maths cannot be inculcated. It is very much possible for maths also. I just left this year for fine arts and other subjects, and all other subjects. You can do it in your own creative way, because we all teachers are the expert of our uh, we all are the expert of our own subjects, so it can be done. Fine arts, you can also include that, okay, create a scene from the Malgudi Days or something like that. That was what I have to say. In the nutshell, all I have to say is mm, combination of the subject it is, and it's also integrated. What is in a nutshell, as integrated or interdisciplinary curriculum is where we combined different subjects. We lay emphasis on a particular concept or a topic and not the chapter. We have to, yes, this is very important, we have to coordinate a lot, we have to plan a lot. Coordination and planning is very important, and that is only possible when the teachers sit together, subject teachers sit together and coordinate with each other. We have to develop, and we have to first prepare ourselves, and for that we need to go beyond the textbook. There has to be a lot of extra information that needs to be collected, and we have to compile them and before we go and ask the child to participate in it. So all these things, yes, is very important. And if we take care of all these things, then believe me, interdisciplinary teaching is not a difficult thing to go ahead with. It's something which can be easily done. It's just that a lot of planning, and believe me, it will save your time, it will save your effort. And the most important part, why are we doing this teaching, is to make the concept clarity. Bring about concept clarity is the main idea. So concept clarity will be there, and holiday homework will be a fun for the students, and the reading habits you will be able to develop. So poll time, please. Please, can you help, ma'am?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Hi. So the next poll is live, guys. The question is, have children's reading habits declined in recent years? And your options are S, to a greater extent, somewhat, not really. So you can put your polls over there, you can cast your votes over there, and you can just write that you're done. And it's open for only 30 seconds. Please note that it's open for only 30 seconds. And you can see the poll in the comment section. Have children's reading habits declined in recent years? That's the question. And the options are S, to a great extent, somewhat, and not really. And I can see that there are many people texting done. And I'm gonna just let the results out. So 86% of the people have voted yes to a great extent. 12% of the people have voted somewhat, and 2% of the people have voted not really. So yeah, that's the answer for your question.
Thank you. There was one more poll which was there at the end, which was to go as a closing poll. Can that be,
Exactly.
is that possible? Can
Yeah.
you please go ahead with that?
Yeah, we can.
Thank
Could you
you.
please give us a minute?
Yeah, sure, not a problem. In the meantime, as you go ahead with the next poll, I'll request everyone that if you have any questions, you can put it in the comment box. And this is the last poll, which is a closing poll for today. It will be appearing on your, yes.
Yeah, you can see that in the comment section, the last poll, and the poll is what, and you can see the poll, right? According to cognitive studies, why is interdisciplinary teaching effective? So the options are raises stress levels, brain learns holistically better, reduces creativity, focuses only on memory. You can cast your vote there, and you can see that in the comment section. According to cognitive studies, why is interdisciplinary teaching effective? And it's just 30 seconds, guys. Please vote your polls. And once you're done, you can just let us know you're done in the comment section and we'll let out the results. And I can see that many people have done their casting, and I'm just gonna let the results out. So 79% of the people have voted for brain learns holistically better. 19% of the people have voted for raises stress levels, 2% of the people have voted for reduces creativity, and 0% for focuses only on memory.
Okay, thank you, Haripriya. That is all for the poll that we had today. These polls are just to know what people think. Okay, right? And I just have to say this, that I go with the maximum that people have agreed to, and I believe that interdisciplinary approach and teaching leads to conceptual clarity. It leads to creativity. It leads to holistic development and also critical thinking approach among the students. And these are not just my views or my opinion, these have been also scientifically proven in with various researches that have been done. Okay, it's time for me to say thank you. First of all, a big thank you to Centa for providing me this opportunity. To Muskan, she was the one who was always interacting with me. To Haripriya, to my school, the Manas School, and to my principal S. Sriram for giving me this opportunity and having all the faith in me, and to all the lovely audience who are here sitting and who listen to what I just shared. It's just my experience and my views that I shared with you all. I'm sure most of you must be doing something bigger or even might be better than what I am doing. So thank you for listening to me, and any questions you can just put it up in the comment box. That's all from my side. Thank you.
So I guess we have few questions from the users in the comment section. And can
Yes.
we go ahead with the questions? The first question that we have is what to do where only one teacher is available for all four aspects of social sciences? I'm not sure which they're referring to, but their
I
question is
got
this.
your
What
question.
to
I
do?
got your question. Yes, this is very true. In many schools, what we have is we have one teacher, generally for class till class 8. This is in even in May, most of the school, we have one teacher who is teaching all history, political science, geography, and economics. So there, if it is four different or two different teacher, obviously coordination is easy. Even if it is one teacher, what that one particular teacher can do is, if you are teaching something, like for example, I gave the example of that interdisciplinary where social science itself. So if the teacher has taught about the British conquest, the British came to India for the resources and for the crops and for the trade. So then you can take up the next time after history, when you are teaching geography, it's not that you will be teaching all chapters of history together. You will be after history teaching geography. So the next time when you take up geography, what you can do is you can obviously take up the chapter agriculture, or you can take up the mineral resources. And then when you teach economics, you can talk about drain of wealth or per capita income or national income. Or if you take up political science, talk about the trade policies of our country, talk about the balance of trade, anything. So it's not like simultaneously. Yes, this is true, it cannot take place simultaneously when there is one teacher. But what can at that time take place is one by one. Like 1 week you teach history on British, the second you teach resources, then the third you teach the drain of wealth and the per capita income and national income. So there it can take place like this. Okay. Thank you. I hope I was able to clarify.
Yeah, I guess the person who asked the question got clarified. And we have few other questions. The next question is, how can assessment methods be adapted to measure interdisciplinary understanding?
There has to be, yes, the rubric creation is very important when you are giving holiday homework. Like that has to be that is an essential part. So whenever you are giving holiday homework, like for example, I just gave holiday homework on Malgudi Days, you are giving a holiday homework, do create a rubric over there for the child. Let them know that on what ground you are going to judge them, what are the marks which you are going to assign. For example, content clarity, okay, 5 marks. Background knowledge, 5 marks. Presentation, 5 marks. This rubric has to be shared with the student when you are giving them the holiday homework. That is very much required, because see, the concept is same, the novel is same. You're taking one novel as a holiday homework, but the type of the questions that you are giving is different for in each and every subject. It's not same. It's not that everyone is giving the same Malgudi Days question for English or for computer science. It's different. So the rubric has to be created by the subject teacher themselves, and then you can share, and then accordingly you can yes do the same according to the rubric. It has to be, but yes, the child needs to know the ground on which he will or she will be assessed. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for clarifying that. I believe the person who has asked that question got their clarity.
I
And the
hope
next question
so.
would be, yeah, the next question would be, what classroom activities best represent interwoven learning in action?
there are various classroom activity which can be done. See, I'll just give you one example. Imagine I'm teaching history in senior classes. So if I'm teaching history in senior classes, and if I'm teaching about temples, or I'm teaching about sculpture or painting, I can always collaborate it with the art. Why not with the art, fine arts? Like if I'm teaching fine arts, like for example, I'll just give you an example. We were teaching Indus civilization is the first chapter in class 12th history. And then I took the help of my fine art teacher, and I told them that when I am teaching them in Indus civilization, I request you to help the students in the fine arts class to teach them how to make the pottery pots. So this is what creative teaching, interdisciplinary approach. In fact, he was very helpful, and he helped me in creating the seals also of the Indus civilization. So these are different ways. We just have to innovate and think. It's not that even at the time, creativity cannot be brought interdisciplinary. And for your kind information, creativity, there can be role play, there can be anything like that, which can be done in the class. If you are teaching any war, if you're teaching, or for example, I'll give you another example. Why not having an election in your school for the class monitor through direct election method and indirect election method? That is again role play which can be done in the class. So creativity can be always done. And this is another thing that can be done interdisciplinary way. Yes.
I believe it's all about creativity at this point, whatever they can incorporate in the
Yes.
activities.
And
Yeah,
as you
so
keep on working, I believe me, more and more ideas keep coming. In fact, the students these days are so well aware and informative. Believe me, you will give them one idea, they'll come up with another five ideas that can be done. So it's just all about in motivating them, encouraging them to participate, and not just be a passive listener. And half of your work is already done.
yeah, I can understand that because nowadays kids are actually more
Yes.
creative than what we think. So I believe those are the questions. That's it. And I can't see any more questions in the comment section. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining the session. And also, all of you, thank you so much for joining the session. I hope you found the session really helpful. So, thank you. About the feedback form, if you've registered and filled out the feedback form for this session, check your participation record in the app in the My Learning section, and I can guide you through the instructions. So you can open the Center app on your device. You can navigate to the ongoing webinar section. You can click on submit feedback. Please note that this option will be available only from 6 p.m. IST, which is 2 minutes more. You have 2 minutes more. At the end of the session, we'll share a 3-digit code required for feedback, and that code would be 7081. You can enter this code in the feedback form. The code, I repeat, the code to access the feedback form is 7081. And you can complete the feedback form. You'll be able to download your record of participation instantly. And please note that this option will be available from 6 p.m. IST till 10 p.m. IST. You have only 4 hours left for your download of record of participation. This new process will introduce streamline your experience and ensure your participation is instantly recognized. And thank you all for your active participation in today's session. I hope you guys found the session really helpful. We truly appreciate your engagement. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.